It is the Bears' latest podcast, episode 92. I'm Colton St, Vincent, your host, and the Bears. What a win! What a win! Well, seriously, that win was insane. They take down the New York Giants to go to 6-3, 24-20. I don't know. It's that's a steal, dude. We stole that game. That game should have not been like that. That was an utter dominance. Down late, we came back. Caleb looked awesome. I want to spend this time to really talk about Ben Johnson. Ben Johnson's overall, culture. You always hear culture when it comes to head coaches. The Bears have had a lot of pussies as head coaches recently. Like, just name the last 2, 3, 4, like since John Fox, but John Fox was an old dickhead. And then we went the complete opposite way with Mark Trestman, who was a pussy, and Matt Nagy didn't seem like too much of a pussy, but then we went to Eberflus, who's a pussy. Ben Johnson seems like a psychopath. Seems like everyone loves him, and it seems like he's created a culture in Chicago that we haven't seen since the double doink year, which completely ruined us as a city, and me as a person. Ben Johnson has found a way to take a team that has found ways to lose in the last couple of years, and now they have another finding ways to win. That is something that we've never really seen before. We are normally seeing shit like, we are the opposite of what we are seeing right now. Every win that we've had on this little streak, the Raiders, the Commanders, now the Giants, the Bengals last week, these are all typical ways the Bears would lose games, and the fact that we are winning games is so sick. Inject it into my veins. Inject the videos of the locker room and the game balls. Good, better, best. Better gets best. Better than the rest. Great gets great. I'm still figuring it out, but I love him. I love this guy. What actually happened in that fourth quarter, you're asking? Yeah, great question. We're down 6-10. With 6:10 left, we're down 10. We got Caleb scrambling. We got DeAndre Swift making first downs. Colson Loveland with a huge catch late in that game. We're down 10 with 6:10 left. Jackson Dart left the game with a concussion. To be honest, that's kind of why we won. He was absolutely rolling. 19 for 29, 246, and 6 for 66 on the ground. I think he had 2 rushing touchdowns. So a nice 300-yard total day for Jackson Dart. He left with a concussion, and we got to see Russell Wilson back in the game. He stinks. I'm going to say that right now. He is a bad NFL quarterback. I was much, much, much more confident facing Russell Wilson than I was facing Jackson Dart. There was that field goal at the very end to make it a 20-10 game. Russ actually has a chance to scramble, and he kind of is running. He looks like he's about to take off, and he could score. Jackson Dart scores 10 times out of 10. Thank God we have Russ. Stopped him at the 2, held him to a field goal. Overall, Caleb had another game that I'm not going to be mad about. 220 in the air, 63 on the ground, touchdown passing, touchdown running, both in the fourth quarter. DeAndre Swift with 80 yards, 18 yards receiving with 5 catches, 80 yards on the ground. Colson Loveland, 55 yards through the air. That's the kind of amount of stats I like to see for Colson Loveland. I'm stoked, man. Absolutely stoked. One thing that I do want to bring up and really applaud is this Bears defense. This is something that, the Bears have really kind of been struggling with. I mean, obviously all year they are one of the worst scoring defense. However, they are the best. I think they're still the best at takeaways. Jackson Dart had a pretty big fumble that I think they were driving what felt like to go 1,000,000 to 10. CJ Gardner-Johnson, GJ, 2 sacks. Montez Sweat, sack and a half. Then Gervon Dexter was the other half sack there. So 4 sacks for this Bears defense, a forced fumble takeaway. Nashawn Wright had a pick in the end zone that he should have caught. And I don't know. I just have it's a very injured secondary. It's a very mediocre pass rush. You put those two together, and you're getting sacks. You're sacking all over the place. It did help that we were facing geriatric Russ instead of Jackson Dart at the end. However, who cares? That's the NFL. Best ability is availability, and I am not going to be complaining about a Bears win. Now, when it comes to the Giants' defense, I was actually pretty impressed. They spent a lot of money in the offseason. I think they spent the most money on their defense in the offseason of any team, and it's been terrible this year. They were like 29th or 30th in run defense going into this game, and we really couldn't get anything going except for DeAndre Swift had a couple good runs, but Monangai, after 173 yards last week or whatever he had, he couldn't really get it going. I don't know. It was a very weird game. These stats, I'm excited. We won. These stats show a winning football team, but the game did not show a winning football team. With 6:10 left, I thought we were done. We looked dead in the water. It was ugly. It was slow. It was lethargic. And that's just the Ben Johnson thing that I mentioned earlier. This team is 6-3 right now. I'm not going to apologize. We could easily be 3-6. I don't know if we have a blowout win. It feels like we don't. So this team is, I don't know. It's just one of those teams. There's a team every year that's like this. The Commanders were like this last year. Vikings were like this. There's teams that just win games, whether they're good or not, whether they have the better roster or the better coaching or the better game plan. Some dudes are just dudes, and they like to, well, look at that. And they like to win games. They like to find a way to win a game. And I think this defense is full of those guys. I think Ben Johnson is pumping this into the team. And I don't know. I'm just so stoked. One of the worst part of the games, if not the worst, DJ Moore left the game with a shoulder injury. I was just looking it up. Haven't really seen much. So I think he's going to get more stuff done today, November 10th. We'll see if more results come back. It didn't seem good. Looked like a separated shoulder. It's probably going to, I don't know. Luther Burden looked pretty damn good. He runs a hell of a route. He's fast as shit. I kind of want to see less of Zacchaeus. Let's see less Olamide and more Luther. What a room. What a wide receiver room of names. Rome, DJ, Olamide, and Luther. That's sick. But yeah, dude, that's kind of it, man. That's my recap. That is Bears are 6-3. That's week 10. After the bye, running game has been awesome. Pumped to see what's next. What is next, you're asking? Our next couple games, like every other game on our schedule this year, I feel like they're winnable. We've got Vikings, we've got the Steelers, and we've got the Eagles. Eagles, who knows? That's a team that could beat anyone, and that's a team that could also lose to the Saints or something. When they lose, they lose. And by that, I mean they are very all over the place. Jalen Hurts is creating a new form of medium that the world has never seen before. It is both athletic and poetry at the same time. Poetry in motion and words. When that goes well, it goes well. If it doesn't, A.J. Brown's pissed off throwing shit. Eagles fans want a coach that has taken their team to the Super Bowl twice in 4 years. They want him fired. They want Howie gone. They want them all gone. The Steelers and Vikings are both winnable games because I think the Vikings defense is gettable. We should have beat them week 1. This could be a 7-2 team, which is hilarious to think. But J.J. McCarthy looks good, dude. I don't know. Vikings lost. Lions won on Sunday. Packers play tonight. Vikings, Steelers, Eagles. That's a path to maybe 2-1. 1-2 is not terrible. If we go 1-2 and we're 7-5, I am not complaining one bit. I believe we've got 2 Packers games after that. We've got a Browns game. So Vikings, man. Vikings is a winnable game on the road. We're hot. I think we can do it. I want to see some injury reports this week. That's always the most fun part of the week is the injury report. We're going to see DJ Moore. We're going to see anyone that's ever been a wide receiver on the Bears ever. Justin Gage, Devin Hester, they're all going to be on there. Every wide receiver for the Bears are always on the injury report. But we can take it with a grain of salt because we have won our 6th game, which I think already beats last season. So 6-3, currently a wild card team. Bear down. Bears are back. Bears' latest podcast, episode 92. Colton St. Vincent, that's me, your guest. Bears are back. Let's go. Thank you for watching.